What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Johnny's CryptoQuandary. Today I was taking a look at Cardano, and there was a couple different news articles I figured I would share, but we'll start off with the market cap and take a look at it. So, current market cap, 120,525,094,942. So we're sitting at 120.5 billion for the market cap. BTC dominance is 52.7%. Bitcoin is currently sitting at 36.22, almost 36.23. Ethereum is sitting at $122, and if you notice, Ethereum took out XRP. So XRP is no longer in the number 2 spot now. It is a little more far behind than it was earlier, actually. So Ethereum is taking dominance over XRP. We still have Litecoin in the number 4 spot, with EOS following closely behind. It's right on its tail. You have Litecoin at 42.51 and EOS at 279. Bitcoin Cash 122, just about. Tether's a dollar. Tron is going to be almost 2.5 cents, roughly. Stellar is sitting at roughly about 8 cents. And then we have, with the number 10 spot, the Binance coin sitting at $9.27. And Cardano, I'll note that since I'm going to go over today, is 4 cents. 4 cents with a market cap of 1,051,495,292. So, first thing I'll go into is the Cardano. If you take a look at it, the green line is going to be where the support is right now. Not saying that it can't break down more, but right now it's looking like it's kind of been sitting in this channel for quite a bit. I mean, it's been sitting in the channel since roughly about 20 December 2018. So over a month now it's been sitting in that channel, just almost about 2 months. So it's been kind of sitting in that channel, and it did break out of it, but it fell right back in. So since January 12th, we've been in that channel without breaking out or even lower. So it does look like a bearish flag pull going on here, but I mean, we'll see. Cryptocurrency is wild, as we all know. So this is going to be the support right now. The red line here, this red here, this is going to be your next resistance. So in order for us to really take a moonshot, I guess, if you want to call it, but I don't foresee that. I think once we break out and we're bullish, I think it'll be a slow rise, more steady gains. Not saying that we won't see maybe a 10-cent rise. I mean, that's the thing with crypto, it's so hard to predict. But so the red line is going to be our next resistance levels that we have to break through, which is sitting around 0.046, and currently we're sitting at 0.041. The blue line is going to be the next resistance levels. So if we can break out of that, we'll be good. But most likely we'll be in this area for a while. But I think we're going to end up trading sideways for a while and end up in this area for quite a bit. I mean, especially with the RSI where it's at. It could as well come down lower. So I wouldn't be surprised if we tap the resistance here again, right around 3.035, 3.5 cents, even maybe like 3.6 cents. Yeah, more so 3.6. Taking a look now. Yeah, this line could get up. So I'd say right around there. Some people put their lines on the wicks. Some don't use the can. Some use the end of the candle. Just depends. But I would say it would drop just to tap this area, and it probably will wick down a bit. Maybe right here, even lower, and then wick back up. I mean, we'll see what happens. But right now, that's our support from what I'm seeing. 3.5 cents roughly, just a little above 3.5. The next resistance is 0.047, and the resistance beyond that would be 0.053. So look out for those, and let me know what you think in the comments. So moving on, we'll continue on to talk about ADA for a minute, or Cardano. So April 17th to 18th is going to be the Cardano Summit. So what's going to happen? They're going to have a lot of news, supposedly. So IOHK CEO Charles Hoskinson to announce major changes to Cardano roadmap in IOHK Summit. So what they did was they are changing the roadmap, and they're going to basically, I guess, redo it and kind of update the whole roadmap. So it says Cardano is expected to make drastic changes to its roadmap, which will be announced by Charles Hoskinson, CEO of IOHK, during the upcoming IOHK Summit to be held in Miami on April 17th to 18th. Currently, the project's roadmap doesn't bear any timelines until the announcement is made. And then there is a Twitter link here. Announcing the news on Cardano's forum, Lori, one of the project's team members, commented, "The roadmap is changing. We'll be launching an exciting new roadmap which showcases Cardano 2020 vision after the IOHK Summit will be taking place on April 17th to 18th. So for those hodlers out there and people who hang on to it, I mean, they are going to launch the proof of stake soon as well. So I'm hoping that they talk about that at this summit. If it's not out by then, that would be great. Cardano's 2020 vision. The new roadmap will be updated once Hoskinson makes his speech on the project's 2020 vision and the IOHK Summit. Although IOHK is to make true its promises, Cardano enjoys full funding until 2020. That's the thing; they're funded fully until 2020. I mean, if you have Cardano and you have the dataless wallet with Cardano, for Cardano, you will notice that they do update that. They have been updating that pretty regularly. Whenever they say there's an update that's going to come out, it comes right out, no problem. So that's one of the reasons I really do like Cardano. Good news for Cardano. It's not yet known what he has in store for the community, but it's certainly going to be good news. Previously, Cardano was expected to release Shelly last year, but that was postponed until 2019, so we can expect it to be one of the main parts of the new roadmap. According to Hoskinson, Cardano will see at least a 50-fold decentralization increase when the network reaches its Shelly stage. Project has 5 stages in its roadmap, which include Voltaire, Basho, Goguen, Shelly, and Byron. So these names here are the stages in the project, in Cardano's project. So Shelly is basically one of them, which I believe that Shelly is the one with the proof of stake, so that you can actually receive more Cardano for basically having it in your wallet set to a pool, which is in another video. So if you're interested in learning about that, just go to I think it's one of the videos I have on here. I'll link it in the description, but it should be Cardano proof of stake, I believe it says. Cardano community excited following the news of the roadmap. The community cannot hide their excitement, hoping this will strengthen the project and possibly propel the value of Cardano to go up. Of course, everybody wants it to go up, but honestly, I'm more excited for the technology and what it's going to be able to do, as opposed to just seeing the price go up. if you look at these cryptocurrencies, and you have to really look at the project and what they're doing with it, because like I've said in the very beginning of this channel, anybody can make a cryptocurrency, anybody can make a coin, go out and get funded, whatever. But if you just do that and you have it there and you don't have a real purpose behind it, you can make up a roadmap, you can make a white paper, you do all these things, but if you're not behind it and you don't update it, the technology is stagnant and it's not doing anything. So, what exchange is going to want to pick it up? So it's a lot of it has to do with the technology and the rate at which they put their updates out and increase things. And you want to make sure it is a ongoing thing, and it's regularly updated. You want to see, regular news on it, because if you look back to coins that were, we all know a lot of them fell off. So if you look back at them, they stopped updating things and they just kind of, and the prices fell, and it's almost like they gave up. But you can actually look back and check all that out as well. All right, so that's it for this one. Delete that. We have here Cardano. Sorry for the ad. Cardano to overthrow EOS's place as the king of dApps once fully launched. So this is actually pretty big. They are going to have dApps, or decentralized applications, on the Cardano blockchain. DApp ecosystem has been seeing a lot of growth, with EOS and Tron leading the trend. However, if Weiss ratings is to be believed, once Cardano is fully launched, it will surpass EOS and become the king of dApps. Cardano hasn't fully launched yet, therefore usage is low and there are no dApps running on it. Once finished, we will expect great things out of the protocol, quite possibly taking EOS's place as the number one dApp platform. We are cautiously optimistic. With Cardano's team and the way I see them updating things all the time on the Daedalus wallet, I could totally see this. I could totally see them. I could see them having ideas already for certain things in dApps, but having it on the back burner until the thing is ready to launch. And we'll see. That's just my opinion. So only 3 of the top 50 dApps are running on Ethereum. From the remaining 26 are based on EOS and 21 on Tron. EOS is the undisputed king of dApps. We'll see how long it is the undisputed king of dApps. Yeah. So Charles Hoskinson's had a tweet here. Don't know what else it said, but anyways, hasn't fully launched yet, therefore usage is low and there are no dApps running on it. So he says that's like asking who is staying at your hotel when you haven't finished building it, which makes sense. So somebody's probably asking about all this stuff, and that's a good statement. If your hotel's not built, who's staying at it? It doesn't make sense. So I could totally see his mindset. He wants the project to be completely finished. He's basically doing it the correct way, finishing the project before announcing, we're going to have this dApp and that and this decentralized app, and getting people's hopes up, before it's even ready to launch and open. So it makes sense. Once finished, we expect great things out of the protocol, quite possibly taking EOS's place as number one dApp platform. Cautiously optimistic, meaning everybody's optimistic about things, but they're a little nervous. Which in this world, today's world, we got to just let things play out and hope for the best. Follow the charts, and if you bought something at a penny and it's sitting at 4 cents, and you see it's sitting at 4 cents and the resistance is at like 4.5. That's totally up to you. I'm not giving any financial advice, but you can make money that way as well. And that is to be taken upon yourself and in your own judgment. Just make sure you keep your emotions out of trading. I will say that. In response to this, Cardano founder and Ethereum co-founder Charles Hoskinson's quip, by that logic, you might as well include Amazon Web Services into the mix. That's like asking who is staying at your hotel in the fish building. Okay. Okay, so Weiss Ratings declared the growth Cardano would be seeing once it is fully launched, but it didn't go well with Tron. You can't compare it to anything else. I'm sorry. I like Cardano. I like their team because I've seen the updates constantly. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Do I think it's going to be a $100 coin? Probably not. Do I think it's going to actually do something with the technology and have great use cases? Yes, absolutely. By 2025, could it be $5? Sure, depending on, again, how they roll things out. But before all that, we have to see 50 cents and we have to see $1. So that being said, we will move on to the next. But take into account, and remember, it's April 17th. If you're into Cardano and you're a Cardano fan, ADA fan, IOHK, April 17th to 18th is when all these announcements should take place. And Shelley is the next phase, and that's when the full decentralization of Cardano, which is great. So moving on, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the JP Morgan coin, JPM coin. So JP Morgan is rolling out the first U.S. bank-backed cryptocurrency to transform payment businesses. Engineers at the lender have credited the JPM coin a digital token that will be used to instantly settle transactions between clients of its wholesale payments business. Only a tiny fraction of payments will initially be transmitted using the cryptocurrency, but the trial represents the first real-world use of a digital coin by a major U.S. bank. While J.P. Morgan's Jamie Dimon has bashed Bitcoin as a fraud, the bank chief and his managers have consistently said blockchain and regulated digital currency held promise. So it's more so going to be a centralized coin as opposed to a decentralized. It's going in with banks. The thing is, lost my train of thought. The first cryptocurrency created by a major U.S. bank is here from J.P. Morgan Chase. Lender moves more than $6 trillion around the world every day for corporations and massive wholesale payments business, and trials set to start in a few months. A tiny fraction of that will happen over something called the JPM Coin to settle payments between clients. So a lot of people are becoming to think that you'll be able to take because it will be a stable coin and it will be to the equivalent of $1 US. So a lot of people are thinking, I could take my Bitcoin and put it in that. Don't know if it's going to be like on Bittrex and Binance yet, or like major exchanges. But we'll see. You could probably take your Bitcoin and transfer it to the bank, and they'd put it in that coin. But will you get taxed for it as a cryptocurrency? No, possibly. But if it has to do with the banking system, it's a whole nother story. They could at any time come out with rules and regulations saying, hey, you transferred it to this, it's equal to $1. You're going to pay the taxes on, selling your Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever. So that's something interesting that I'll be looking forward to looking for more news on when that news comes out. That'll be interesting. But the whole takeaway message from today's video is just blockchain and the technology that's coming out. It's wild. There's a lot of things going on. Banks are getting into it now, and Ripple needs to watch out because JP Morgan is coming for its butt. I'll say that, and a lot of people are saying that as well. So, but we'll see. I'm not a Ripple I'm not an XRP hater, but it was made for banks and banking, and now JP Morgan came out with one. So we'll see what happens. To finish it off, we got Bitcoin sitting at 36.27. Ethereum's at 122. XRP's at 30 cents. Litecoin 42.53. EOS is at 279. Bitcoin Cash 122. Tether went up a penny. Tron is sitting at 2 cents. Stellar at 7, almost 8. And the Binance coin is at 9.29, and Cardano is sitting at 4 cents. So if anybody has questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications if you like the video. Have a good day and enjoy the week.